Nithyanandam. As Swamiji was revealing the sacred truths today, one of the most important things that he was sharing was being grounded in the cosmos. How do we get ourselves grounded? He said, knowing the cosmic principles and living the cosmic principles will make us to be grounded on the cosmos itself. If we take our day-to-day life, we go through a roller coaster of emotions, whether it is fear, anger, worry, anxiety, stress, whatnot, and sometimes, rarely, some calm, peaceful moments. When we are grounded on the cosmos, naturally, we don't go through these ups and downs and wild emotions. As Swamiji is teaching us the cosmic principles, he is also introducing and helping us to experience the cosmic beings. When we talk about these different emotions, just taking fear for one, especially at this time of uncertainty, that is what we go through. With the uncertainty of life, whether something would happen to us, whether something would happen to our loved ones, whether our job will be there, how am I going to support my family, and so on. Through these various emotions, so-called life is not blissful, or it is not calm and peaceful as it is meant to be. Basically, even while we are living, we are basically dying every moment with all of this fear. Swamiji beautifully says that every fear that we are experiencing is only fear of death. Whether it is fear of losing our name and fame, whether it's fear of losing our limbs or our loved ones or our own life, everything is just boiling down to fear of death. And every single day, even while we are alive, we go through this fear of death, basically going through death every moment in our life. So what do we do? What is the solution for this? That solution Swamiji gives by helping us to learn the cosmic principles, and not only learning but living it. That is what Swamiji gives us through the various programs and also through the Paramashivoham level 2. If we take the life of Swamiji, no matter the amount of hate speech and attack that goes on him, we can clearly see he is completely grounded on the cosmos and untouched. Not only that, with all kinds of attack and threats to his life, again we can see he is unmoved, unshaken by any number of murder attempts and threats on him. Because he is very clear, not only that Kala Bhairava is protecting him, but even if at worst case he has to lose the body, he knows how to appear anywhere he wants and do his vision of life. Not only Swamiji himself, we can see that he is gifting every single one of us. Throughout the last 20 years of persecution that Swamiji has been through, we can see that the attackers, the mass media mafia cult, and so many anti-Hindu elements continuously attacking Swamiji and his Sangha. And we can see all those devotees and disciples of Swamiji unshaken by the abusal and the hate speech on them. It is a gift that Swamiji has given. Even a defamation cannot move the devotee of Swamiji. It is the gift that Swamiji has given where he has removed that fear. That through that expression, the fear of death. Similarly, Swamiji has given us, removed the fear of death through various processes, a conscious death process. Typically, when we die, when we leave the body, mostly we die unconsciously. It is like when you have to run out of a house which is on fire, you just grab what you can in the last moment, whether it is your valuables or whatever it is. You don't have much time. You have to react, you just grab and leave. Unfortunately, that is how we normally leave the body. So what happens? Before we realize, we have chosen another body with our so-called fear and greed that we have grabbed and suffer through another life, and so on, going through unconscious birth and death cycle. How to overcome this? How to put an end to this madness? If we can go through death consciously, of course, we don't have to die, but if we can go through that process and understand and go through it once, we can go beyond it. And when we really have to leave the body, we are not perturbed by our so-called fear and greed, but leave the body consciously and choose where we want to proceed next. Is that even possible? To understand how to leave the body consciously and to experience it without leaving the body. This amazing process, the process of death, Swamiji gives in this Paramashivoham level 2, where we can experience how we can traverse these various layers or koshas of body that we have consciously, but without leaving the body really. It is such a beautiful process that is in Hinduism. Swamiji is reviving and helping us to experience that. And when we experience this, no matter what, we cannot be disturbed by any fear or even fear of death itself. If you would like to experience this, do come register yourself for Paramashivoham level 2. Every day we share experiences of different people, how they experience this bliss, this wonderful space, state, space, and being of Paramashiva, living like gods on planet Earth, living as Paramashiva himself on planet Earth. This is possible as and when we learn and experience the cosmic principles through Paramashivoham level 2. Register yourself and experience this for yourself. And you can register at paramashivoham.org. Again, today I would like to share an experience of a devotee who has beautifully sharing her experience of what Paramashivoham level 2 is for her. Thank you. And take this opportunity to register for Paramashivoham level 2. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Nithyananda, everybody. I just wanted to share, just my experiences so far with the Paramashivoham level 2 program. I actually did the first program on the first batch, and also, Swamiji invited us to go to the second program, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. But basically my experience so far, it's just, right now it's pretty, there's a lot of panic and chaos going on right now. But literally by doing this program, like my mind is just so focused on everything that's going on from the different sessions that we have, like when we write down certain patterns or certain experiences that we've had in the past with the process of actually completing with it. So I've had a lot of completion, which is great. Also, we even do power manifestation as well. So I've actually moved coconuts and fruits and, from other people's hands. And we even materialization, like where, you like basma or like little, like a gold flake. So it's actually very awesome. I definitely recommend, to anybody that's interested in like just, having higher consciousness, overcoming your patterns. I definitely recommend that you do this program. It's the best thing that you'll do. especially during this time right now. I mean, it feels good too, also being able to heal from certain things, from the past, or, reaching out to people you haven't reached out to in a long time, and just, seeing how they're doing, and kind of having completion as well with that. It's just so many great things going on with this program. And in the darshans, oh my God, the darshans are amazing. Like literally when Swamiji comes out, like I just feel like I'm in another time. Like the time just disappears. Like it could be an hour, 2 hours, and it's like the energy, the experience is just so amazing. So definitely check out this program. I recommend it for anyone. I'm doing it again. It's my second time, and it's just the best thing that I've done. So thank you. Thank you for your time. Y'all have a great day. Nithyananda.
Integrity. My purpose is to make you attend sincerely. That's all.
Nithyananda, welcome to Sri KAILASA Courtyard Manifesting Past session. Let's sit straight, visualize Bhagwan in third eye, and start with the Sadguru Vandan. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam, Bhagwan beautifully gave us all darshan, initiation, and powerful cognition. How, when we are grounded and take the blessings of all the darshan, we start manifesting the cosmic truth, which is the highest possibility of the human being as superconsciousness. Again and again, he is raising us to living as consciousness rather than the body and the mind, raising ourselves to the level of consciousness and living as conscious being. And how he raises us, saying all these great devotees who are doing the Sarvapari Tyaga simply starts manifesting the higher reality because they live in such oneness with Bhagavan, and so beautifully living in the space of oneness and having the darshans of all the god and goddesses, all our desires become true. Today we'll start the power manifestation for Akashic reading.
understand all the 25 states of consciousness. When they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
How we can raise our cognition if we are intense, understanding how Paramashiva in us can manifest the reality that we want. Now let's understand about Paramashiva. What is actually happening? The 5 phases and 5 phases of Paramashiva. The Srishti, the manifestation; Shriti, the sustenance; the Samhara, regeneration or destruction; Prabhava, the pulling out of delusions; and Anugraha, the liberation itself happens. Now we'll hear it from Bhagavan's. Start living the higher truth of reality, the existential reality. We have a small clipping of the 5 phases and 5 paces.
Through the 5 phases, Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion, and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha, Radhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness, is Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 phases as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 phases he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation; Sthiti, sustenance; Samhara, rejuvenation; Prabhava, pulling out of delusion; Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases, das Panchakrityas, each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has is 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 phase. All these 5 Murtis, 5 phases put together is 25 phases of Mahasadashiva. Understand? All these 25. I'll repeat, listen. Creation created, manifestation manifested, 1 phase. Sustenance manifested, 2nd phase. Destruction manifested, 3rd phase. Pulling out of delusion manifested, 4th phase. Liberation manifested, 5th phase. Then manifestation sustained, 6th phase. The sustenance is sustained, 7th phase. Destruction, rejuvenation is sustained, 8th phase. Pulling out of delusion is sustained, 9th phase. Liberation is sustained, 10th phase. Listen. Then rejuvenation, destruction, rejuvenation is manifested, 11th phase. Rejuvenation is sustained, 12th phase. Rejuvenation is rejuvenated, is 13th phase. Rejuvenation is pulled out of delusion, 14th phase. Rejuvenation is liberated, is 15th phase. Same way, continue. Pulling out of delusion, Prabhava. Prabhava manifested, 16th phase. Prabhava sustained, 17th phase. Prabhava rejuvenated, 18th phase. Prabhava is pulled out of delusion, 19th phase. Prabhava is liberated, 20th phase.
Then again, listen, Anugraha, liberation manifested, 21st phase. Liberation sustained, 22nd phase. Liberation is rejuvenated, 23rd phase. Liberation is pulled out of delusion, 24th phase. Liberation is liberated, 25th phase. Listen, these are the dimensions of Paramashiva. Understand, meditate on this, that is enough. If your inner space can meditate on this, that's enough. All negativities will be burnt away. The most subtle grooves which will be formed in your brain by meditating on this will manifest the state, space, powers of Paramashiva.
Beautifully, Bhagavan now explained the state, space, and being of Paramashiva in all of us. Here we have Bhagavan himself, Paramashiva himself has come down as our Guru to understand Bhagavan, how he has manifested this avatar space. His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of KAILASA, an ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic boundarless Hindu nation. His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, is an avatar from Hinduism and a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Nithyananda Paramashivam, made science of power manifestation, yoga, temple-based university, user-friendly for the modern world. And he survived the worst prosecution in the multi-level by anti-Hindu elements. KAILASA, led by His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, and his Hindu diaspora are working for global peace. His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam is a founder of Nithya University, which has extended campus in 150 countries. His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam is 293rd Guru Maha Sannidhanam of Shamala Pita, Sarvanya Pitam, and Swaragapura Adinam, and present Maharaj of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam. We'll have a small clipping of Bhagavan himself, how he has manifested this reality from the he has manifested from a village boy to how he has manifested in KAILASA. A small clipping we'll be playing now.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All his ganas, Shiva ganas, exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada, then all other Akhadas. As Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you . What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your Guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach. Let us go on contributing.
Sorry for the technical. Bhagavan beautifully presents how authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof method this power manifestation, science of power manifestation is presented. Here we have the 4 pramanas. First is the Shastra Pramana, which is the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures. Bhagavan has compiled from all the Veda Agamas and given us the source of every power that we manifest. And it is authenticated by the Aptas. Aptas are the rishis, munis, who are the authorities of Hinduism. The Vedic rishis and scientists who have time-tested and verified the science. We have the great Nayanamars, the Siddhas, the Ganas, Munis, all of them are the Apta Pramana who lived in human body as human being, but experienced the superconsciousness state and expressed as manifesting powers as living as the KAILASA Vasis. Here, Bhagavan himself said, as a Guru, Paramashiva, who has come down as our Guru, has played the Leela of the avatar, or he has shown in human body and human mind how to experience these great powers. He has given a step-by-step detailed Leelas, how he enacted the whole play of living in the human body and how we can, with powerful cognition, have a breakthrough into superconsciousness space. Atma Pramana, or the account of His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, this millennium avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. The last one is the Shakshi Pramana, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees, followers initiated into the science by His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashivam, has expressed, given testimonials, and has implemented as part of their life these great powers, which is the lifestyle of many now. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. This is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. This is Sutra 85, Dharana 62.
The power of remote vision is taken from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 85, Dharana 62. Leenam murdhni viyat sarvam bhairavattvena bhavayet tat sarvam bhairavakara tejastattvam samavishet. Leenam murdhni viyat sarvam bhairavattvena bhavayet tat sarvam bhairavakara tejastattvam samavishet.
Here in the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 85, Dharana 62, power of Akashic reading. Bhagavan gives a translation. One should contemplate the whole etheric space, Akasha, which is the nature of Bhairava, the source consciousness, as if it is pervading and absorbed in the crown of your head. Then one experiences everything as the form of infinite Bhairava and enters into the self-luminous light of his infinite, all-pervading nature and powers. Bhagavan today beautifully gave us the powerful cognition how when we are grounded in the cosmic truth, we start experiencing the ultimate reality. And again, in spite of the trolls, in spite of so many things which goes on, there is not a iota of disturbance in Bhagavan's any space, whether the way he is speaking, the way he is delivering, the words that he is using, the thread that if we see from the time he started speaking as a child to now, the identity has not changed even one bit. The integrity to the space of Paramashiva can be felt in every word he uttered when he was 3 years or when he is now speaking to us. Exactly same, exactly holding the same context without any disturbance or without any iota of doubt. Even for the small things, we get upset, we get annoyed, we get into all the incompletion. But here Paramashiva is very clear. When you are grounded in Paramashiva, with any number of trolls, with any number of hate speech, with any number of confusion, chaos going on, in spite of the extent that has gone to his threatening his life, it is only from the space of oneness he operates. The currency is only oneness. Other than that, there is nothing else he uses. Such a beautiful space makes him manifest more and more reality. He plays this Leela for us to understand when you are getting disturbed by even small things, when we are not able to let go this world, which is not even permanent. In spite of understanding how this world does not even affect us and does not even progress us, we still believe this world more than the space of Paramashiva. That is happening in us all the time. Here Bhagavan gives us very clearly the Akasha, the Kala that is there in the space, which is also there in the womb of the mother and which is there in the inner space of each one of us. And getting into the restful awareness in that space, which is the reality space, and letting go, completely unclutching from this world, we open up into the infinite Bhairava, all-pervading nature and powers. The infinite Bhairava opens up and we understand that we are consciousness creating all the existential reality that we are perceiving. So the whole cognition shift that happens in us, that we are consciousness, we are not the matter or the mind which is constantly putting us into delusion, but something beyond, where we merge into Paramashiva and become one with Paramashiva. And beautifully Bhagavan says in so many satsang, will you become me? I am not a human being to ask for a proposal in a length dimension, but I am asking you from the depth dimension, will you become me? Such a beautiful space Bhagavan gives us to manifest consciousness. The more and more the darshan that we are going into and the initiation that happens in us, more and more we start living the cosmic truth and conscious space. Slowly and slowly, the mind and the body melts away, where we start understanding the higher reality, why we came to become the human being, and start experiencing and expressing as powers. Here, Bhagavan has given after Shastra Pramana, the Apta Pramanas. Valmiki was meditating so much at that ant hill grew around him. And he was reborn as Valmiki, which means ant hill. And he has composed the first poem, Ramayana. And it is about, he is called the Adi Kavi, the original poet who composed it over 24,000 slokas or verses with 480,000 words and 500 sargas, a section in beautiful Vedic meter in Sanskrit. All this is recorded. Maharishi Valmiki is a divine beset. Lord Brahma composed the whole Ramayana from his power of Sarvatva, the space of all knowingness and omniscience. He grew into the higher reality when he gave up his identity and became one with Paramashiva. He started composing this from the space when he unclutched to the extreme till he became enlightened. He just sit and in an ant hill grew around him. So he became enlightened and came out of the ant hill. So he is called Valmiki. This is the Apta Pramana, how great saints and rishis have experienced the power of Akashic reading or Sarvangatva. Bhagavan himself has given us so many satsangs as from Akashic reading on birth, death, and so many things which is so important to humanity. By just listening to those satsangs, the higher consciousness in us opens up, because it's from the space of Akasha that he has delivered all these great truths to the world. And our Balasans in many times have been so beautifully giving us the Akashic reading. Many of our Balasans are initiated, about double dozens of Balasans who are trained and initiated by Bhagavan himself and who read the Akashic reading. Now, before we go into the instructions, we'll have a small clipping on the terms that we use. There are so many new viewers. You can imbibe these great truths, because each of these powerful cognition really starts manifesting as powers. And we'll listen from Bhagavan himself about these beautiful words. First is the Shaktipada. We keep saying the word Shaktipada. What is Shaktipada? Becoming one with the cosmic soul. Shaktipada, the process. It is the presence just sitting that makes the individual soul one with the cosmic soul. When you are in the oneness continuously with Bhagavan, suddenly you realize that you are the Paramashiva who is manifesting everything in your life. Now we'll have a small clipping of Shaktipada by Bhagavan himself, explaining it beautifully.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautiful. Bhagavan himself described it. Here we have the oneness, the most important part of the power manifestation. The oneness is the currency. How you have the currency of the outer world, money, the biggest delusion that you think it's the most important. Here, the oneness is the greatest currency, and Bhagavan lived only in this currency throughout his life. Here, Bhagavan reveals what is the oneness. It is not the imagination, visualization, or declaration. It is the true nature, who you are, what you are. If you think you are male, female, how much you feel one with that concept. The oneness is that much you feel with Paramashiva. When the great rishis, munis, when we ask them who they are, they simply will reply that they are Paramashiva. They do not tell that they are so and so and they refer them as a person, but they just refer themselves as consciousness. We have seen many references to that. Now we'll have Bhagavan himself explain how the tiredness and boredom can be broken with ferociousness to enter the space of oneness with Paramashiva.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. And an idea which is you is oneness.
The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama, cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
So beautiful. Bhagavan explained how the oneness is the currency, which is the space, who you are. That's all about it. Be unclutched. What is unclutched? The neutral space between two thoughts is to be unclutched. When you are continuous happening, the thoughts are continuous happening, we are in connection with the outer world. When we unclutch from that, let go a little bit and step out of that, how you step out of the room for a nice breath, like that, when you step out, something vast is there. And which is the space of unclutch, which is silence, which is the bliss, which is the ultimate space that you can experience. Now we'll listen to Bhagavan's words itself, because each of the words become the mantra. When we listen and get initiated into all these from Bhagavan's words, again and again listening to this, just by listening, we can experience those words into reality. That is the power of listening to a guru, because he speaks from no mind. We also fall into the same space. When you keep on listening to the guru, you start really experiencing this. That is why we are again and again playing this beautiful clipping. Now we'll be seeing a small clipping on unclutch.
thought is independent, illogical, unconnected and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small, the neutral space between the two thoughts is too small, you think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shared form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected and unclutched. Between every thought you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thoughts. Between every thought, that neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical and unclutched, by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of be unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump, the transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just on jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
Yes, beautifully Bhagwan gave us how the unclutch works. Now, few more things which we want to go through is initiation, the most important. Bhagwan's darshan is so important because the whole space that shifts when Bhagwan initiates us. When you go into a temple, the frequency changes in you. That is why you experience the peace inside. Suddenly your thoughts just drop to a very low level. That is the frequency increase in you. That is exactly which happens when you see Bhagwan in even a flyer or even one small corner. Something else happens in all of us, which is the initiation. Bhagwan initiates through everything, Facebook or in real, putting his hand on your head. Everything is an initiation. Every word is an initiation. Understanding that it's beyond words that Bhagwan is giving us. That which cannot be grasped by the words, because the words are still in the mind. Mind cannot grasp what is consciousness. How the wave cannot understand the ocean. The ocean is too large for the wave to understand. It can only just merge. It's not a work, but it's just an experience. Same way, when we move from the words to the experience beyond that Bhagavan has initiated us into the higher reality. So we will hear a small clipping on initiation before we go into the instruction for power manifestation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. These all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
So we listen to the initiation, which is Bhagavan's presence itself. The initiation is what which makes the whole thing open up in us. The next dimension, next reality opens up in us. Bhagavan speaks about Mahavakya as the password, because most of us, we are not integrated. Even though he keeps talking about it, we have some incompletion or some pain or something which is going on in the outer world, which is standing much more important to us than ourselves, the higher consciousness that we are to realize ourselves. So to bring that consciousness back to the higher reality, Bhagavan has given the greatest technique, Mahavakya, which opens the Dvadashanta. There are 12 energy centers in your body, and it opens the Dvadashanta like a key, which opens a huge temple and opens into a new space for you. Same way, when you start chanting the Mahavakya continuously, you open that into the higher reality. So we'll be going to chant the Mahavakya continuously as we do the power manifestation, which increases the integrity. Bhagavan's integrity with Paramashiva is very high. So he is able to flow in us. But when we raise the integrity in us with Bhagavan, it flows through us as Shakti. So that is where the Shakti starts manifesting. So now let's go to the instruction.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda
Nithyanandan, sorry for the technical glitch. We'll go into the power manifestation instruction. Again, I apologize for the technical glitch. Manifesting instruction for infinite power of Akasha. Akasha is a pure consciousness, the cosmic canvas on which the ink of time imprints every thought incident happening and records in all dimension, the length dimension, which is verbalization, the breadth dimension, the visualization, the depth dimension, the cognition, and the time and space. By entangling in oneness, the yogi, the third eye, which is the Kalabhairava's third eye, Bhagwan's third eye, reveals in golden letter the revelation about anything inquired. So here we will find a partner, and each of you ask Lord Kalabhairava to reveal some aspects about the other. Pen those down. Please verify with each other the information is correct. Please only write about the past so that it can be verifiable. If you don't have the partner, you can write few questions and ask Lord Kalabhairava to answer whatever has happened, the instance, or you want some measurements, or you want any information which already has registered in Google or has already happened, which you don't know the details about. So you can ask questions so that you can verify that it is the reading from Kalabhairava. You should be able to see in the Atma Murti, you can have Bhagavan's picture in front of you. You can have the oneness capsule that will be happening in front of you and see the golden letters appear on it, and you can write down the answers when you see through your third eye. That is the Bhagavan third eye himself manifesting through you. Anything, take a photo of the whatever questions you have written and the answer which is revealed. And finally, the answer that you Googled or asked your partner whether it is correct. We are going to have 2 sessions, first 11 minutes and then 10 minutes. You can have a partner and you can reveal about your partner, and the partner can do the next cycle to reveal about your past. And both of you can verify if it is correct. If you don't have partner in both the cycles, you can just verify with the Google whether the past incidents or whatever question you have asked to get you details, you can Google and find out the detail and post the answer. Make sure you take a photograph with a timestamp so you yourself know that you have manifest Shakti and there is no binary logic which leads to self-doubt or self-denial. So we'll go to the instruction now. You're going to sit comfortably. If you can sit in Padmasana, wonderful, but sit comfortably. The main thing is your head, neck and back in a straight line so that the Kundalini raises to your Agnya. When the consciousness reflects in your Agnya, you're manifesting the reality. When the consciousness reflects only in your fear, greed or worry, it is only reflecting in lower chakras, which leads to more and more confusion and chaos. Third eye, life as a manifestation through your inner space, and more you live as Paramashiva, the more you will be manifesting the Shakti. Remember Bhagavan in your third eye again and again brings your awareness to the third eye. From the space of absolute unclutching, understanding this whole world, whatever you see, you feel, all the 5 senses is only giving a delusion. Understanding that great truth and doing the Tyaga, giving up your thoughts is the ultimate Tyaga. Doing the Tyaga which is not there and raising yourself to the space of Paramashiva is the only strength, now declaring complete integrity. Bhagavan beautifully says, simple integrity and simple obedience, that not getting bored or tired or diverted when you're doing power manifestation, but completely surrendering in oneness space with Bhagavan. As you are in oneness with Bhagavan, chant the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, which whole body vibrates. Bhagavan says that is the passcode. It is like opening the Dvadashanta, the 12 energy center in your body, and it opens and connects to the Akasha. If you have a great scenery outside, Bhagavan always says you can see that and imbibe the Akasha into you. But if you don't have, you can sit with your inner space, just appointment with you and Bhagavan. How much you feel you're a man, you're a woman, you are so and so, that much feel Bhagavan's presence in you. The more you are letting Bhagavan's presence in you, more you are able to manifest Shakti in the deep oneness and remembering Bhagavan in your third eye with a powerful cognition, contemplating on that and doing the Tyaga, that cosmic truth should ground you and you're grounded into the higher reality, living as superconscious being. Just be integrated to who you are as Paramashiva himself. So take a video or photo before you start the question that you've written and start writing the answers that are revealed from this session. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Again and again, deeply connecting to Bhagavan and chanting the Mahavakya and watching the oneness capsule. Let's start.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, I'm sure you got some revelation started, the first cycle. Now you can switch to the other partner. Have the will persistence. The will persistent. The will is the sankalpa. Very clearly you see that Bhagavan just flowing through you as Shakti. Whenever you connect to the Bhagavan's darshans, you melt in Bhagavan's presence. Your identity is lost. And simply Bhagavan reveals the higher reality. How we connect the internet, Bhagavan said, which is not seen, but we can access the so many softwares. Same way, when you are in oneness, how you fall into sleep and deep sleep. Just like that, you will and it happens. Same way with your will, seeing yourself into the higher superconsciousness, living as Paramashiva again and again, you melting in the presence of Bhagavan, simply Bhagavan possesses and manifests through you as Shaktis. Having the will persistence, holding on till the whatever you have seen as reality happen, is the will persistence. Again and again, chant the Mahavakya deeply, connect to Bhagavan in deep oneness, visualize Bhagavan through your third eye. Remember Bhagavan, we're going to have one more cycle of 10 minutes. We will play the Mahavakya, we'll chant the Mahavakya and play the oneness capsule. And you can write on the next set of questions if you're doing by yourself, or you can switch the partner and the partner can scan the questions that you have written and start revealing the answers, what has happened in the past, so you can verify the answer. So let's start the second cycle of the power for 10 minutes. Let's sit straight, chant the Mahavakya, continuously see what appears on the screen when Bhagavan is giving us darshan, the golden letters, and write it down, and then you can exchange the answer after the Mahavakya is open. So let's start. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Deeply get connected and start chanting as we play the oneness capsule.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda. So beautiful that Kalabhairava himself has revealed the Akashic record, what questions we have asked. Please go ahead, take a couple of minutes and Google what you need to find, or you ask your partner now if the answers what you received is how authentic they are. Take a picture of that and please post it in Sri KAILASA Courtyard Manifesting Power Group. This is also part of the power manifestation. To update a poll or share the details or share your clipping of the whatever paper you have written and sharing with the world. There are 5 phases of Sadashiva that we learned. The enriching and causing. Enriching is pulling us out of delusion, and causing is really liberating. When does enriching happen? When you manifest these powers, that is actually when the enriching starts. You can share it in this Kailash Courtyard Manifesting Power Group. That is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. You can share the details that you have recorded either video or the photos in this group that is enriching yourself and others. Now sharing with the world in new groups what you have manifested and causing them to bring them to the satsang, giving them the satsang links and making them come new people to get the blessings of Bhagavan, saving the humanity from all the crisis of COVID and raising them to Paramashiva space. More and more, when you share these details and cause others reality, your reality expands. When somebody asked Bhagavan, what is that you don't have thoughts? He said, yes, I do have, but it's like a small 1 acre land whereas I have a space of thousands of acres, which is empty space where I cause others reality. When we cause other reality, we start expanding our inner space, the akasha in us, more and more and more. When you manifest the powers and share that power to the world, you expand the akasha in you. It's very important part of our manifestation. Every time you manifest a power, enrich the world by sharing the details in the tinyurl.com/power manifestation and cause the reality by sharing those great truths. If you're manifested, great. If you're not yet manifested, complete the manifestation and share it, or share whoever has manifested to new groups, inviting them for Swamiji's satsang. Again and again, satsang, Swamiji gives us the darshan, diksha, and the blessing and the powerful cognition, which initiates us into these great powers. So he himself is sitting in the courtyard and helping us manifest these powers. So don't forget to share your experience. Even if you have not taken a photo, you have not taken a video, that's okay. Just write down what are the powerful cognition in the satsang, you experience the click, and share that with the world. Anything when we write down, we start making it as our reality. We are pulling ourselves out of our delusion. And when you enrich the world, you're pulled out of your delusion. And when you cause others reality, you are liberated. Bhagavan beautifully explains these concepts to the world. So make sure you share your manifesting powers that you experienced, the powerful cognition that you experienced in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Thank you so much for participating. Hundreds of people are here participating in power manifestation. Please call everybody else for power manifestation. This is going to happen every day. Bhagavan himself is in the courtyard, letting us to manifest all the great powers after his very vibrant and deep and intense satsang and darshans. So don't miss this power manifestation. Share it with the world. So with that, let's surrender all the shaktis and powerful cognition to Swamiji's lotus feet. When we surrender to Swamiji's lotus feet, Bhagavan's lotus feet, we expand in more and more to higher reality than the outer world. Whatever we perceive, we are still stuck in the outer world. Every day when you surrender all that to Bhagavan's lotus feet, you raise yourself more and more as consciousness. So with a deep gratitude and humbleness and more seeking for Bhagavan to make this as your reality, in deep prayerful space, visualizing Bhagavan in your third eye, let's end this session with a Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padika Arpanamastu. Om Nithya Nithyanandam. Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow for the next power manifestation. Nithyanandam.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda